Hello everybody, I'm here with what you should do for weight loss tips week 2. So last week was all about tracking where you were, what your weight is, what your goals are, changes that you would like to see in the upcoming weeks or months. Remember, when you're on a weight loss change, it's a lifestyle change. You want to make sure that everything that you're picking in your weeks are things that you can sustain for long-term results. We don't want you to be on a diet and you lose a bunch of weight, you get to your goal weight, and then you start going back to your old habits, because you know what's going to happen. You're going to get the same results you had before. You're going to be overweight, you're going to be unhealthy, and you're going to feel worse about yourself. Because then you know that you could make the changes, you got to where you wanted, and now you've failed. So we want to make sure that the changes you're making in your life are things that you can sustain. There's a lot of diets out here. You look at them and you can tell that they're unhealthy. You can get results from them, but that doesn't mean that they are healthy for your body. And if you try some of these things just to lose weight quickly, they can be okay if you're wanting to get weight off, but just realize that if you make these changes, you lose this weight, you cannot go back to the way you were eating before, where you're eating tons of fast food, lots and lots of processed food, things that are quick and easy that are just unhealthy, because you're going to gain the weight back. And that's what we don't want you to do. We don't want you gaining the weight back. We want you to stay at a spot where you can just maintain for the rest of your life. And we hope that you'll start loving your life even more and more with these changes that you're going to make. So you tracked all the things that you were doing in the week, so you should have a better idea of where you were health-wise and habit-wise. Why were you eating when you ate? Did you try drinking more water in your first week? Did it help with the feelings of hunger? Did it help you at all? Is there any changes that you've seen just in the few small things that you have changed just by exercising, taking the 10-minute walk? What are the things that you're noticing? So I'm a real big fan of making sure that you track your journey and write in a journal, and make sure you write how you're feeling, because you want to make sure you get it down and out. You don't want to start feeling like unsure of yourself. You don't want to get into a habit of, oh, I'm not doing this right, I'm going to give up. You want to keep motivated, so you want to keep track of what you were doing. And as you learn more about weight loss or fitness or eating healthy, you can see where you were and where you're headed. So that way you never go back to what you were, because you do not enjoy being fat and unhealthy. You don't enjoy your life. You don't enjoy the way you look. Now, mind you, we should love ourselves no matter what our bodies look like and no matter how much our weight is. But I get that it's hard to love yourself when you look down and you're just like, oh my God, I'm so fat or unhealthy, I can't do anything about it. It's not fun. And so I'm hoping in this weight loss journey that you'll start feeling better about yourself, where you are in the moment, because that helps you with your progress. If you can accept who you are and enjoy where you are, it's going to make this whole journey a lot better. So one thing that you're going to keep doing through your weight loss journey until you get everything fine-tuned is make sure you are tracking your food that you're taking every day. Make sure you're tracking your exercise every day. And make sure it's a realistic tracking. So I know I said to go into Cronometer. It's a free website. I mean, they do have some paid aspects of it, but it's free. So if you put in there your weight and your age and your sex in there, and you type in what kind of exercise you've done for the day, it gives you a pretty accurate guesstimation of how many calories you would have burned during that workout. Sometimes if you're on a machine like a treadmill or an elliptical or something like that, it just gives like a basic round, and it can be too much calories for what you actually did. So make sure that you're tracking your food. Sometimes you underestimate how much calories you're actually eating, and sometimes you overestimate. I know a lot of times people, when they start making the change, they think that they have to cut down to 600, 800 calories a day to lose weight, and that's just not true. And if you're changing your food really quickly, one thing to realize is like if you are like quadrupling the amount of fruits and veggies that you're eating, and you're cutting down a lot of that processed food, vegetables do not have most of them do not have as many calories as some of those higher calorie foods that you were eating. And you might think, oh, I had this humongous salad, I shouldn't eat anything else for the rest of the day because it was huge. And it might only have a few hundred calories in it. So you really have to be cognizant of how much you are eating, because if you eat too little, you're not going to lose weight. Your body might hold on to that. Or it might lose weight, but then you're going to feel tired and cranky, and you're just not going to feel good about yourself, and then you could potentially binge. We want to make sure that you're eating the right kinds of food, so that way you stay full and you will not overeat, and you will not be inclined to go and eat some of those processed foods that you were eating before. Because if you're full, you're not going to go and eat a 12-pack of donuts. It's just, you're not going to. So we want to keep you eating healthy food. So keep tracking your food. If you're kind of eating the same things every day, just realize that that's going to get old real quick. So if you don't know what to eat, there's plenty of websites out there that you can find different recipes. When I first started my journey, I went online and found a whole bunch of plant-based recipe books, because they cut out a lot of the processed portions of recipes and a lot of the oils and the fats. And like, I don't eat oil now. Doesn't mean that you have to completely cut it out now, but it's something to think about. But oil really doesn't have any kind of benefit to you. It's not something that's going to fill you up. It's not something that is going to add benefit to your life. It's going to be something that might add a little bit of taste to it to get some of the stuff down, but you don't want to add a lot of oil into your diet. That same thing goes for butter. This is just empty calories that give you no benefit. I mean, if you can eat an apple, you know that that apple is going to have lots of nutrients and calories in it that are going to help your body. This oil doesn't really have anything. A lot of times, like olive oil or coconut oil, I use it for my skin. So if you have a bunch of it, doesn't mean that you have to just go and get rid of it. You can use it for other things. So this week, maybe your small change will be to cut out oil. And you're like, how can I cook without oil? You know, I need to saute vegetables, things that you can use for that. Just use plain water. You're sauteing onions, you can put water in there instead of oil, and you will still get a really good tasting vegetable that's sauteed. You don't even need it. Take some veggie broth, put that in and saute with it. Let me tell you, that's also a really good option. So then you think about, well, what about the other things that you could do? So I make waffles once a week for my son because he loves waffles. And instead of putting oil in my mixture, I use applesauce. And it makes they're actually way better than the oil kind, which I used to make a long time ago. So just think, there's lots of things online that you can find to substitute in recipes for some of those unhealthy items. So try cutting out oil this week. That might be your good small change that you're going to make for the week. Remember, it's not adding any value to your life. It is a high calorie food that doesn't actually give you the nutrients that you really need, like your fruits and your vegetables and your grains and nuts and seeds do. Those are going to be like your go-to. Not that you can't have other foods in your diet, but I eat 100% plant-based. Actually, let me take that back. About 98% plant-based. I have about 2% of my diet would be processed food. I'm a vegan, so I don't eat any animal products. Doesn't mean that you have to be able to lose weight, because of course you can still lose weight eating other products. But just think about it this way. You want to double your fruit and double your vegetable intake and see how you feel, because that's going to really fill you up and make sure that you're full all day and that you're making good choices. Those vegetables actually help your blood sugar levels, and when you're eating them, they make it to where you don't really want to go out and eat the sugary foods that you were eating, and those are your problem foods. Once you eat one of the problem foods, you eat a donut, and when it starts breaking down in your body, you will then crave more sugar all day. That's all you'll think about. So you're eating vegetables, it kind of cleans that out and it helps you reduce those cravings. So make sure you keep that in mind. So you're going to start adding more fruits, vegetables, and grains into your diet. Last week, you tracked what you were eating. This week, you're going to look at what you tracked the week prior and see how you can make changes to your diet. So I can't sit here and tell you, oh, do this. This is the perfect way to do it, because for you, that might be miserable and then you're never going to stick to it. So you have to see the foods that you were eating for the week, the foods that you liked, and then maybe try to make a healthier version of them. Or if you're going out to eat a lot, can you make a healthy version of what you liked out to eat at home? Because anything that you're cooking at home is definitely going to be healthier than you get at a restaurant. So definitely think about things that like that you could make changes to. If you're eating out every single day of the week, that might be a good thing to start changing. Say if you're eating 7 days a week fast food or out to restaurants, try to change it to 5. Make some small changes that you can sustain that's going to help you. So when you are cooking for yourself and you're buying these healthier foods, you're going to feel better about it, but it does take time to prepare. So I get it. Some people are busy. They can't just make every single meal they have to eat out. If you're eating out, how about you try picking something that's healthier on the menu, but that you will still like? Now, mind you, when you go to a restaurant, it can be hard to know what is healthy. So what are you going to be able to pick? If you pick you pick a salad, which most people are like, oh, I got to do healthy, let's go for a salad. Is that going to be the healthiest thing for me? Because you got to think, a lot of times these restaurants are putting a lot of things on there that give you a lot of calories. The meat, the cheese, they're all high calories. If you're going to go for something, you can keep the meat, get rid of the cheese, because it's not really any kind of necessary thing for your salad. Try to do things like lemon and vinegar, and use salt and pepper instead of like the creamy dressings, because those dressings, they're going to bring you a 4-ounce cup of it, and it could have 200, 300 calories in just that. And you want your calories to come from food that are going to feed your body, give you energy, give you health, and make your life better. So all these little pieces, you want to try to cut them out. So we're getting rid of oil. Let's try to make some better choices in dressings. A lot of places, I go to restaurants and I'll get a baked potato, and you might think it's weird, but I'll get a baked potato and salsa, and I'll eat that, and that's healthy. You can get usually have steamed vegetables that you can get, or rice. There's healthy options that you can pick from restaurants. You might just have to spend a few minutes looking at it, or you can go online and search for healthy meals at this restaurant. And somebody else might already have a meal picked out that'll be easy, and you can be like, oh yeah, that'll be great. I'm going to go with that. And then you can pick it and go with it. So you don't always have to pick something that is unhealthy just because you don't have enough time to cook. Another thing you might want to start thinking about, and I'll get into more in another video, is meal prepping. Do you have recipes that you like every week, or do you have ingredients that you like to use every week, and you're finding yourself using the same thing? It might be a really good idea to start meal prepping. Pick a day out of the week that you have a couple of hours, or even all day if it's a lot of meal prep, you have a big family, that you can make some of these things ahead of time. Some things that I make ahead of time are rice. I'll make big batches of rice, and I'll have my week's supply, and then I will make enough ahead that I can freeze in baggies and put it in my freezer. And then when I'm running short on time, or I haven't had enough to do for meal prep, or I've already eaten all of my rice for the week, I can just get it out. I do that with lentils. I do that with beans. I do that with a lot of different foods. So you're going to have to find the foods that you like and start meal prepping them, so it's easier during the week and you don't have to be like, oh, well, I don't have time to make this. Well, guess what? You meal prepped earlier in the week. So all you have to do is take all of these prepped items, put it together, and you've got a meal. So planning ahead is going to be very beneficial for you. Cutting vegetables at the beginning of the week for that meal prep is another good one. If you already have vegetables prepped ahead of time and you're just wanting some quick snack, if it's already cut up in the refrigerator, it's right there for you to eat. If it's in your veggie drawer and uncut, you're going to be like, oh, I don't want to cut that. So, let's go for something that's quicker and not as healthy. Don't do that. Not a good idea. So, make sure you're adding more fruits and vegetables and grains. If you're not into grains, you don't have to, but just make sure you're getting fruits and veggies into your diet. Small changes. So if you would rather do adding fruits and vegetables, healthier foods into every single meal instead of making every meal 100% healthy, that itself will work. Let's start increasing those vegetables because that's what's really, really going to feed your body the nutrients that you need. So let's keep them going. Come on and eat them. There's thousands of recipes out there that make vegetables interesting and they taste good. So there's no excuse to be like, oh God, I hate vegetables, or I don't know what to cook. Look it up. If you can watch this video, you can find some recipes online that you can make that are healthy. They're going to nourish you and your family. Because guess what? We want to extend our lives and make sure our lives are fun and healthy, and we don't want to have to spend 20 or 30 years in a bed crippled because of the way we have treated our bodies. So now is the time to heal ourselves. One thing I don't think I discussed before, but take pictures. I know I said it last video, but we want a weekly picture or video. So you're going to take your picture and you're going to smile in it because you're happy. This is a life-changing, wonderful change you're making to your life. So smile in every single one of your pictures. I didn't in some of mine because I was yelling at my son, hurry up and take the picture. But anyway, so make sure you smile because this is going to be a great change. You want to see the changes in your body, so take those pictures. Another thing to add this week is mirror affirmations. Now, some people might feel really silly, so you can definitely do this when you're alone and nobody else can hear you. But I really like having conversations with yourself in the mirror, things that are going to boost you and make you feel good. Because this is going to be a change. You need to be your own advocate. You need to be your own cheerleader. Hell yeah, you're making these changes and it's going to help your life get better and healthier and extend it. This is amazing. You are great. So you're standing in front of the mirror in the morning. Make sure you take a look at yourself and be like, damn, this girl's fine. Or guy, whatever. But really appreciate your body. Find things that you really like and stare at them and feel really good about them. Then make sure that you do your affirmation by staring at yourself right in the eyes and make sure it's something good. It could be something as simple as, I love you. You are working so hard. You are strong. You are beautiful. You can do anything. And make sure you're smiling to yourself and you're making eye contact. This alone, all you need is a positive boost. If you do that every morning, you're going to feel amazing about yourself and you're going to feel pumped. Then you're going to make the right decisions through your whole day. So make sure to smile at yourself when you see yourself in the mirror, because guess what? This is going to change, and it's going to change as you make new decisions in your life. So smile because you know that this is the last time you're going to see yourself at that weight, because the next day when you wake up, you're going to be a half a pound lighter. You're going to be ounces lighter. You're going to feel better. I mean, that's all there is to it. So make better choices. You start out your day with a positive mirror affirmation, and you are seriously going to start your day on a good foot. You're going to make good decisions. Make sure when you're going to work that you have healthy foods available that you can munch on, so that if lunchtime comes around or people bring food in, you can still have a little bit of it, but you're not going to overindulge. And that's what we want to help you stop. If you're going to overindulge, make sure it's in vegetables. Overindulge in fruit, fresh fruit. Make a smoothie. That right there can be your dessert. I make this wonderful cherry pineapple smoothie and it tastes wonderful. It's like a dessert. Better than some of the desserts I've ever had, but it's healthy and I can drink as much of it as I want and not feel guilty. So there's things that you can get in your life that's going to help you and benefit you, and you will have nothing to feel guilty about. So that kind of leads me to another topic. If you make a mistake in your weight loss journey, let's say you wake up and you're just in a bad mood, you haven't had anything positive, you go to work, somebody brought in donuts and you ate 4. Oh my God, you're going to be going, oh, what did I just do? You don't have to worry about it. You ate 4 donuts, so what? That threw off your morning. Get right back on. Lunch, eat the meal that you had prepped for yourself. Eat those fruits and those veggies. Keep on it. You still have to work out that day, even though you ate those 4 donuts. That doesn't mean you give up. That means you had a mistake. You did something, you decided, you made a decision for your life and it wasn't the best one, but so what? Keep going. The only reason that you fail is because you stopped trying. So keep trying. You eat the donut, get right back on that horse and go eat some celery. Or grapefruit. Grapefruit's really good at processing the sugar out of your body. Yeah, so try that out. So remember, it's just a small mistake, and it's not really a mistake, it's a learning opportunity. Why did you eat those 4 donuts? What were you feeling that you went out and thought it was okay to eat those donuts? Learn from it so that it doesn't happen again, because we want to change your behavior, change your thinking. You can be positive. This is a positive life. You can have things that you want in your life. If you want, when you get to your goal weight, that doesn't mean that you can never have a donut again. But that means eat all of your healthy food and then eat half a donut, because you're going to be so full of your healthy food that you're only going to have room for half a donut, but you can still enjoy that half a donut. If you are the type of person that you need some kind of snack, like maybe once a week, go ahead and have your snack. You can have a snack every day. And my cherry pineapple smoothie, I put chocolate pieces in there. Now, mind you, it doesn't have any sugar in it, but it's chocolate in my smoothie. So you can still have some of those great choices. And you can snack. You can have things. It does not have to be 100%. You can never have any kind of snacks again. But if you have a lot of weight to lose, you kind of want to cut that down, because it will slow down your journey. If you drink alcohol, this might be the perfect time to just completely cut it out, because it can really, really prevent you from losing weight and reaching your goals. And what we want is to reach our goals. So cut it out. It's not a necessary thing to have on a regular basis. You don't need it for your body. It's not anything that's healthy. So remember, this journey is going to be taking in all this healthy food. So how long do you want to be on this journey? Do you want to be on it for 6 weeks? Do you want to stay on it until you reach your goal? What is it? So alcohol, how about every 6 weeks I can go out and have drinks with my friends, or I can go and they can have some drinks and I can have fun watching them while I'm drinking water with lemon. Still good though. Let me tell you, you can still have fun. So remember, smile at yourself. In your journal this week, write down how you are feeling emotionally and physically, mentally. Where are you in your journey? How are you feeling? Did you notice any changes? Anything small about your body? Anything that has it really helped? Did the small changes that you've already made, did it have a huge effect in your life? Sometimes you can have a huge effect. When I first started my journey, I think I cut out pop or soda, whatever you call it. And I cut that out. I just stopped cold turkey. And it was like the only change I really made. And I ended up losing 10 pounds in like a week and a half just from cutting out pop. And now, mind you, I didn't drink sugar pop. I drank diet pop. Just cutting out diet pop from my diet saved me 10 pounds. So when they say, oh, but it has no calories, it still has an effect on your body. So if you drink a lot of pop every day, you might want to cut that out. And look at the label. It's a lot of chemicals, so you might want to second guess drinking that. You want to have one once a month as a special treat for yourself. Have one once a month, but make sure that it's something that you're going to be able to stick to, only having once a month. So what is your goal for the week? What do you want to improve? This is the week that you need to start picking out your workout. Now, you might not have money to spend to go to a gym, because there is a monthly membership charge. Maybe you have a free gym, which is fine. You can go online and find all different kinds of workouts that you can do in your home, or you can find workout videos that you can do in your home. The first year of my journey, I did Jillian Michaels. I went out and bought, she had a 12-week program. I went out and bought it and I did it. Did the workouts, and I lost a lot of weight. I got really strong. It was a great first step to make. So there's so many different free videos out there that you can do. You can find workouts that you can do in your home. Lunges, squats, push-ups, and you can do it with your own body weight. So if you're embarrassed of working out in front of people, get something that you can do in your house. Do something that's at your physical level right now. It should challenge you, but it shouldn't be so hard that you get discouraged and can't keep doing it. Because let me tell you, it doesn't take your body long to start getting stronger and stronger, and you'll just make huge strides, and then you can start doing harder and harder workouts. When I first started doing it, I just did the workout videos, I think 3 days a week, and then I did a harder Jillian Michaels workout, which was a 6-day-a-week program, but they were all half an hour a day. So this is not something that you have to go out and do hours and hours of workout. Half an hour is all I did for the first year, and I lost quite a bit of weight. Now, mind you, I tried doing it slowly because I didn't want to have any kind of loose skin. So my journey has taken a couple of years to get to where I am, but I didn't know everything at the beginning of my journey, and I just had the knowledge that was passed down from my family and school, and it was not right. So that's why I'm making this video, so I can give you more tips of things that you should be doing that you might not know to do. So small steps. If you're the kind of person that you've worked out before, you already know how to work out, and you have money to go to get a gym membership, go get the gym membership. You have no excuse. Start small, start big. But just mind you, you do not have to spend hours and hours and hours at the gym to lose weight. You really don't. Right now, or when I first started, I spent 20 minutes a day. I worked up to 30 minutes a day doing exercises, and now I think I'm at 45 minutes a day. And that's only on some days when I'm waiting for my son to finish basketball and I have time to burn, and I'll just run on the track. So it's not something that you have to do for long periods of time, but you do have to make sure you're pushing yourself hard enough that you sweat and that you can feel it. So if you're doing a workout and you're not feeling it in any of your muscles and you're not really sweaty, you're not pushing yourself hard enough. Remember, you have to be your own cheerleader. If you don't put the effort in, nobody's going to put that effort in for you. Do you want to still be fat? Do you still want to be unhealthy? Or do you want to be fit? Because you're going to have to push yourself and make yourself do it. And it's going to burn. It's going to be uncomfortable. And when I first started out, it would burn, and I'd be like, I'd release it and be like, oh my God, I can't take it. And then I got to the point where I'm going to hold it for 2 seconds in that burning state before I release it. And then I'm going to hold it for 4 seconds until I could build it up a little bit. And I'm still not all the way to where I could be. I still have to push myself to get further and further in my workout. So it's a journey. You're not going to learn everything in a day. It's not going to necessarily be easy. Some people, it might be easy for them to just start making all these changes. Other people, it might be really hard. But you need to find people who can help motivate you. Even if it's like a YouTube personality, if you don't feel comfortable telling people in your life about the changes you're making for your life, you don't have to tell them. I've noticed a lot of times that they're not as supportive as you think that they should be, or that you thought that they would be. You would think that they'd be like, oh yeah, that's great. But no, everybody's like, oh, well, you should do this. And then you're like, well, but how do you know that you should do that? Oh, I don't know, I just heard it. Well, is there any studies backing that up? Oh no, just everybody does it. Okay, thank you. Or they'll be like, you're losing weight too fast. Or, oh, now you're too skinny. So right now, I still have 20 pounds to lose, maybe 25. And people are telling me I'm too skinny, but I clearly have fat on my body. And it's like, why would they tell me that? Because they can see that I still have fat on me. And it could stem from the fact that they want to help motivate you, but it's maybe not the right kind of motivation. Or it could be because they feel bad that they've got fat and now you're smaller than they are, and they want you to slow down. So sometimes people don't even realize that they're being negative or giving you any kind of negative flack. So keep your journey to yourself, and if people notice it, just say thank you. If they're like, man, you're looking really good, are you making changes in your life? Be like, oh yeah, I'm feeling really good about things. Thank you for noticing. And then change the subject and go on. It doesn't have to make you feel embarrassed. It doesn't have to, it should make you feel good when people start noticing the changes in your body though. I'm just saying, because maybe the first 10 pounds, nobody notices. That second 10 pounds, everybody just like, wow, you look really good. So keep that in mind. You might get some negative flack. Don't let that hold you down. Remember, this is your life. Your decisions is the only thing that matters. Your decisions will create the life that you have. You don't like your life? Make better decisions. Make different decisions. Do some research. So don't just go and watch even my YouTube video and think, oh, I'm just going to follow this person. if I'm telling you to drink water and you're like, why should I drink water? You can go and do research on studies of scientists who understand why you need to drink water. Although that's a pretty simple explanation. But in another video, I said apple cider vinegar. Go find a scientific study that says, hey, people who drink apple cider vinegar have shown that they lose more body fat over a period of time than people who don't drink apple cider vinegar. And those studies do exist. I have read them. Some of them are quite boring. I'm not gonna lie. But you could find somebody who goes and reads those studies and gives you that information of things that you can trust, and then you don't have to go read the boring studies. But make sure that they are really reading the studies and taking the data and critical thinking, using their critical thinking skills on these. So I think that might be all I have to talk about for this week. So remember, you are picking a workout plan this week and you are going to do it. So that could be a workout plan where you're doing 3 workouts in your house for 30 minutes apiece. Find the time. 30 minutes is not much. If you can't do 30 minutes, do 15. If you have to do like half of a workout video, do half of a workout video. That's still half more than you did the day before. So mind you, celebrate the little things that you're doing for yourself. That 15-minute workout you've never done before, hell yeah, you did it. Think about that. You just did something you've never done before and you succeeded at it. Feel good about it. Go about your day making good decisions. And guess what? All of this is going to change. And depending on your genetics, it could be really fast change, could be a little bit slower. But just know any change is positive. Any change that you're going towards your goal is something that's good as long as you're making good decisions. So keep that in mind. And remember that this is all your choice. Your life is your choice. If you make excuses, that's all your life is going to be filled with. This is not about making excuses. If you ate that donut, don't make an excuse of why you ate that donut. Be like, I ate that donut, but guess what? I got right back on that horse. I got right back and did my exercise, and I'm right back on track. Don't let it fail you. Don't be like, oh, I'm going to start it, and next week, I'll just start over next week. No, start over that minute. There's no reason that you can't start over. So no excuses. Hold yourself accountable. Do your mirror affirmations every day and feel good about yourself and everything that you're doing to better your life. So I hope these weight loss tips have helped you and maybe help motivate you and help get you in a better mindset. But remember, this is going to be fun. This is going to be great. Any change that you see this week is going to be wonderful. So I hope you have a great week. And hopefully I will come out with a what to do and next after this. But remember, you are now working out and you are now eating at least 50% healthy. So that's your goal for at least the next 2, 3, 4 weeks, a month, 6 weeks. You take it as long as you need to at that stage before moving on to a harder stage. If you feel you've got the handle on it, start finding things to make it harder for you. Go to 75% healthy food, 100% healthy food. Increase your workout. Make your workout harder. Find friends to work out with. Do things that you're not sitting on your butt all the time. If you want to watch TV, maybe you should do it on a treadmill like I do. So remember, you can do this. I have faith in you. So keep up the good work and we will see you in the next video.